And I'm just focusing on here and the mind goes quiet. Mine goes very, very quiet. If you clicked on this video, I'm going to make this very, very short, but very, very powerful. So please make sure you stay to the end, because by the end of the video, you're going to have a free resource that is going to allow you to get crystal clear to get whatever you want in this life. And my personal method of getting there, which is just a consequence of reverse engineering those outcomes. Now, I have a personal example here that I'm going to share with you in just a moment, but I implore you to take action upon this. If there's one outcome that I can get you to do after this, it's just taking that action. And it doesn't have to be on something that is specific to me. It's got to be specific to you. And when I first did this, I spent 2-3 hours detailing my ideal outcomes, and I got all of those outcomes. So let me just share with you here Xmind. Now, you may have seen me use this before. This is something I use with all my clients. In our onboarding process, we go through this together just because we have to get crystal clear on measurable outcomes for my clients. I have mentioned this in my personal channel, Unscripted Joseph, but I thought I would bring you it here today to just give you a real clear idea to ultimately get what you want. So here, I like to call these systems and goals, or systems and outcomes. Interchange whatever terms is most best for you. Whatever you want in life, you have to make it measurable. You have to make it tangible. Many people will say, Joseph, I want to get rich, right? Well, what does rich mean to you? Quantify it for me, okay? In this example here, we're giving the outcome of 30 days free from pornography, which is an outcome many of my clients want, okay? So how do we devise or how do we get the system of 30 days free from pornography? Well, we have to develop a system in order to get that outcome. Now, I always say when I'm talking to my clients that no one system works for every single one of my clients. There are ones that are more likely than others to work in my experience, and they typically are the ones that we use first. But if not, we have to pivot, we have to change, we have to try different systems in order to get the outcomes that you want. Here's food for thought here. A man's success only falls to the effectiveness of his systems. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to be quitting porn. It could be making money. It could be getting a girlfriend. It could be becoming more attractive. It could be getting fitter at the gym. Whatever you want, guys, apply this and you will get this. This is so powerful, but so few people do it. Get clear first and foremost. What do I want? In 30 days, I will have 30 days free from pornography use. Okay, how do we achieve this outcome here? Well, the first system that we might employ is, number one, minimize the environmental triggers in order to do so, okay? So that's one system we can use. What are the minutiae details in that system? So let's flesh out the system a little bit more. So it might look like minimize your social media use. Okay, that might be Instagram, that might be Facebook, that might be TikTok. And you can start to add these, into your systems here. This might be, let's just put TikTok, right? Okay. You start to find continuity in your behavior, which is not getting the outcomes that you want. So you might go through all these and realize, oh, I'm having a real problem with Facebook at the moment. I'm getting triggered by the images on Facebook. Or you might recognize, okay, social media use, no problem whatsoever. But erotic videos, I might be watching let's say soft porn music videos, and those are the things that are triggering me, and I'm not even realizing that it's being the trigger for me. Or maybe it might be movies. I just realized I had it there. It might be movies that I'm watching that are sexually suggestive, okay? So we minimize the environmental triggers, and these are just a couple of suggestions here of the systems that you can employ, or the triggers that may be the result of you not getting what you want here, okay? So this is a very effective system that I've used to great effect with many of my clients, and they're usually able to go through at least, I would say, 7 to 14 days just by minimizing their social media or their environmental triggers, okay? Number 2, observe the emotion. This is another system that you can employ, and you can use different systems together as well in order to get the outcomes you want. So observe the emotion. It might be through meditation. It might be through letting go. It might be through Tai Chi. It might be through Qigong. Again, what system is getting you the outcomes that you want? You might recognize, okay, these three aren't working for me. It is not working for me. But Qigong is the method, the system that I'm using that's getting me the results that I want. Okay, let's say these two systems not working. Okay, let's try redirecting the thought instead. Meaning when you get an environmental, when you get a trigger, when you get a thought that maybe has a sexual impression, you change the thought by giving yourself a different visual input. Now there's different ways you can do this. One is activating the parasympathetic response. I'm just going to put P, response. And the way you do that is you focus on your peripheral vision, right? So if you're looking at me in this screen right now, bring your attention to the corners of your vision, right? When you focus on the corners of your vision, your parasympathetic system activates and you become present and your thoughts quieten down. This is a Huberman technique, but I believe this came from Vedic teaching. So if you focus again just on the peripheries, you have something that you're focusing on. I'm focusing on my camera right now, but I'm bringing my attention just to the peripheries. I've got another camera over here. I can see my sofa over here. I can see the laptop underneath here, and I'm just focusing on here, and the mind goes quiet. The mind goes very, very quiet. So that might be one visual input you put. Or perhaps maybe prior to, you've established something else. Maybe you look at your goals. Maybe you have a vision board or something like that. I have something of the effect of a vision board up here, but perhaps you look at your goals. And when you change the thought input, the visual input, you change the thought from the sexual impression to the visual input. Maybe you have a thought baseline that gives you or changes your emotional state, meaning you might go back to a particular memory, a particular happy memory that has a strong emotion with it. And that might be a childhood memory with a friend, right? Or with your family. And typically these memories are associated with strong emotions, which changes your emotional state from desire and lust to happiness, which are kind of two in the same here. We've got other ones, releasing muscular tension by body scanning and diaphragmatic breathing. And then we've got a last one, physical momentum, getting into the body, walking exercises and cold showers. So what am I trying to convey here, guys, beyond the outcome of quitting porn in 30 days or being free from porn in 30 days, pardon me, which is another sidebar to this video, is you will only get what you want depending on how effective this is. You will only get what you want depending on how effective your system is. So again, guys, this is called X-Mind. You can download it for free and you can easily come up with different outcomes that you want in life. Take your time. Again, this is something to get excited about, not something that you have to do. It's something you get to do, and then develop your systems that will allow you to get the result you want here, right? So you can draw relationships here, the system and the relationship. The goal, if you're focusing on this, you won't get this. This is where your attention has to be, right? I can put this all important here at the top. Very important. This is what you need to be focusing on in order to achieve these results. If you're not getting this result, it's because this is not effective. You need to try something different. You might recognize specifically, okay, this visual input, I'm not very good at this. I'm not very good at activating my parasympathetic response by focusing on the peripherals of my vision. I might find it better in using my goals. And then you can flesh out a very, very important goal for yourself, and it's giving you the results that you want. Again, make things very simple with your aspirations, gentlemen, because you're very ambitious. I know you wouldn't be here if you weren't. If you're not getting this, it's because this is not working. These aren't facts. Well, these are facts. These are cold, hard facts, gentlemen. Have fun creating your outcomes, but have more fun developing the system that you need to get those outcomes. Speak soon.